Hello everyone, I am Parvat Singh Anna. I am from IIT Hyderabad, India. Today I am going to talk about the efficient concurrent execution of smart contracts in blockchain using object-based transactional memory. This is joint work with Professor Hagit Athiya, Shweta Kumari and Artis Kumani at Technion, Israel, and Professor Satya Peri at IIT Hyderabad. So in this talk, first I will give brief introduction about blockchain technology, like how it works. Then I will talk about bottlenecks in existing blockchain design. Then challenges in executing smart contract transaction concurrently. Then I will talk about related work and proposed methodology, which is multi-threaded miner and multi-threaded validator. After that, I will talk about baseline experiments we have done. Finally, I will conclude the talk with future work. So let's see how blockchain technology works. So blockchain is a distributed decentralized database or ledger of record that stores the information in the form of blocks, where each block consists of transaction and a pointer to the previous block. These blocks are added by the peers of the network, where miners add blocks to the blockchain and validators validate each block added to the blockchain. You see an example in next slide. Example of most popular blockchains are like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Hyperledger. In this talk, we will focus on Ethereum blockchain. Let's see how Ethereum blockchain works. So Ethereum nodes form a peer-to-peer system, and the client, which is external to the system, wishing to execute a smart contract, contact one of the peer of the system. This is very high-level design of the Ethereum blockchain. Let's see, we have three clients: client one, client two, client three, and four peers: peer one, peer two, peer three, and peer four. So these three clients contact peer four to execute the transaction T1, T2, and T3. Every peer in the network have their own local chain, copy of the local chain. So when peer 4 receives this transaction from the client, it executes the transaction serially one after another based on its local chain and compute the final state. And finally propose the block, which is before here, and broadcast this block to the other peers in the network. Now before is the miner in this case, and peer 1, peer 2, peer 3 is validator. So when validator receives this block, they execute the transaction of the block serially one after another and compute the current state based on their local chain, and then compare the computed state with the state provided by the miner in the block. If both the states are same, they accept that block, otherwise they will reject that block. So once the consensus is reached, that block will become permanent part of the chain, and the peer who proposed that block or miner who proposed that block will receive the reward for adding that block into the blockchain. So here in this case, B4 will receive reward for adding B4 into the blockchain. So modern blockchains such as Ethereum interpose an additional software layer between client and the blockchain known as a smart contract. A smart contract is a piece of code deployed in the blockchain node. We can think of like a object in object-oriented programming language where we will have data and methods, method operated on the data. Here data in a smart contract define the state of the contract, and the client requests are directed to the smart contract, which is executed by the Ethereum virtual machine in Ethereum blockchain. Examples are like coin, wallet, simple option. Here we will see one example of the one of the method of coin contract, and we will follow the same function in our rest of the talk. So transfer is basically a function of the coin contract which transfers some amount from sender to the receiver. It checks for the condition whether sender is having sufficient balance or not. If it is not having sufficient balance, it will return simply. Otherwise, it will perform the credit and debit in the respective round. So what's the bottleneck in existing blockchain design? So most of the current day blockchain, they execute the smart contract transaction serially by the miners and validators. So they fail to harness the power of multi-core processor, therefore degrading throughput. So here is one example. T1 is transferring A to B $10, T2 is transferring C to D $20. Both of them are executed serially one after another. There may be more number of such transactions. So can we execute this transaction concurrently in the blockchain? Yes, we can execute them concurrently using multiple threads, and we can achieve better efficiency and higher throughput. But the problem is that this execution is not that straightforward. We have to have some mechanism. There are challenges. So let's see what are those challenges in executing smart contract transaction concurrently. So in this challenge, like we have two transactions T1 and T2, both of them are operating on the same data item, K of the smart contract. So they are leading to the conflict. So we have to have some mechanism to handle this conflict. Again, identifying the conflict at runtime is not straightforward. Improper use of lock-based solution may lead to the deadlock. So if we use locks to make it thread safe, it is possible that the solution may lead to the deadlock. So we have to be very careful about it. Another challenge is like when we are executing smart contract transaction concurrently, we have to ensure that concurrent execution should be equal to some serial schedule. This is important because we have to ensure that execution is correct. So discovering an equivalent serial schedule of concurrent execution of SVT is difficult. We have to have some mechanism for that. So what is the solution? So software transaction memory, the system may help in avoiding this challenge, to overcome these challenges. So we propose to use STM in our proposed technique. Another challenge is that miner may execute smart contract transactions in some concurrent order, validator may execute them in some different order. So a validator may incorrectly reject a valid block proposed by the miner. All such error is false block rejection error. Let's see an example of that. So here we have two transactions T1 and T2. T1 is transferring A to B $10, T2 is transferring B to A $20. So it may possible that miner execute them in one order, which is T1 followed by T2 and get this final state, which is $20 for A and $0 for B. And it may possible that validator, after receiving that block, it may execute in some different order, T2 followed by T1 and get different final state, which is $0 for A and $20 for B for the T2 followed by T1 execution. So a validator may reject such block proposed by the miner, which is actually a valid block. So how to avoid such error? So miner have to give some information to the validator, like I have executed dependent transaction in this order, you also execute them in the similar order. So miner append the block graph to record the dependency between the smart contract transaction and add this block into the block. Append this block graph into the block so that validator also follow the same order to avoid the FBR error. But it may lead to the other problem, like a miner can be a malicious miner and incorrectly add a block graph into the block to harm the blockchain by adding less number of edges to achieve the double spending. We call such errors edge missing block graph error. Let's see an example of that. Here we have two transactions T1 and T2. T1 is transferring A to B $10, T2 is transferring A to C $5. Miner execute them concurrently and remove this edge between T1 and T2. Since both of them are accessing common data item A, so there should be one edge. Miner remove this edge and do the corresponding changes in final state to achieve the double spending. Here miner transfer A to B $10 from A to C $5. So total balance of A is $10, but miner transfer $15. So this is double spending here. So miner propose this malicious block and validator receive this block since there is no dependency between T1 and T2. So validator may execute this transaction concurrently and get the same final state as provided by the miner and may accept such malicious block. So how to overcome this problem? We propose SMB, Smart Multi-Threaded Validator, to detect EMB error and reject the corresponding blocks. Let's see the related work. There are very few papers in the literature that work on the concurrent execution of SCTs in the blockchain. Dickerson et al. Was the first who proposed pessimistic scalar system to be used in the blockchain. They use object-based logs. They require the block graph. They propose fork-join approach for the validator, which is basically a master-slave approach, and they use log profiling to handle the malicious miner. Anna et al. Propose optimistic retry scheme. They do not use logs. They require the block graph. They propose decentralized approach, which is efficient than the fork-join approach. They do not handle the malicious miner. Saraf and Harley propose bin-based approach, which is basically two-bin approach where serial bin and concurrent bin will be there. All those transactions which do not have dependency will be kept into the concurrent bin. All those transactions which have dependency among themselves or any transaction in concurrent bin will be kept into the serial bin. To do that, they use logs and they given this information to the validator. Validator execute all the transactions in the concurrent bin using multiple thread and serial bin using single thread. They do not handle malicious miner. In our proposed approach, we propose to use optimistic object STM. We do not use log. We use the log graph, but the block graph here is efficient than the existing approaches, block graph. And we propose to use decentralized approach for the validator. And we also handle the malicious miner using counter-based solution. So let's see the proposed approach. We develop an efficient framework for the concurrent execution of SCT by miner using optimistic object-based STM. So what's the STM? STM are convenient programming paradigm for a programmer to access shared memory using multiple threads without worrying about concurrency issues. So traditional STM work on read-write primitive. We refer to those STM as read-write STM. There are OSTMs which operate on higher level or object level rather than primitive read-write level which acts on memory location. So it's already proven in the literature that the OSTM provides greater concurrency than the read-write STM. A hash table-based OSTM export following method, which is STM begin, STM insert, STM delete, STM lookup, and try commit. Let's see how it is integrated in smart contracts. This is the same function we already have seen. This is the function with STM integration. So here at line number 8, STM transaction will begin. At line number 16, STM try commit will be done. So STM try commit perform the validation. Since we have used optimistic STM, so once the STM try commit is successful, then the effect of the execution of the transaction will be visible in the shared memory. In other thread, you can see that. Otherwise, whatever changes done by the transaction, it will be local to the thread and stored in the local buffer of the thread. So here at line number 9, we perform STM lookup on sender ID and get the balance of sender. And at line 14 and 15, if sender is having sufficient balance, credit and debit will be done. And after the validation, it will be reflected in the shared memory. Otherwise, it will be discarded and transaction will restart at line number 8 again. So miner use STM to execute smart contract transaction concurrently, determine the conflict using the STM library, and miner construct the blue graph in the form of adjacency list, where vertices corresponding only to committed transactions or smart contract transactions. Edges of the blue graph depend on the conflicts given by the STM protocol. Since we have used OSTM protocol, this is the conflicting operation in the STM, where if a transaction Ti is performing STM lookup on data item X and another transaction J is performing try commit on the same data item, then there will be a conflict from I to J. Similarly, it is done for all other operations. So multi-threaded miner, while executing transaction concurrently, use the add vertex and add edge method of the blue graph, where add vertex is find out the location of the vertex node to be added to the blue graph. Similarly, we do for the add edge node. So in add edge, it adds the corresponding conflict and increment the encounter of conflicting transaction. Later, validator re-execute the same smart contract transaction concurrently and deterministically relying on the blue graph. So here, validator execute them deterministically, while miner execute the smart contract transaction non-deterministically. Miner have to identify the conflict. Miner have to construct the blue graph, and also if any transaction about it has to retry. So miner do more work than the validator. So miner take more time than the validator. So we'll see the speed up variation between the miners and validators performance in the result section. So if two smart contract transactions in the blue graph do not have a dependency, then they can be executed concurrently. So smart multi-threaded validators use search global and decrement in count method of the blue graph library. You see an example. So here we have three transactions, T1, T2, and T3. So there is no dependency between T1 and T3. There is dependency between T1 and T2. So miner use search global method to identify the source node. So using this method, T1 and T3 are source node, and using decrement in count. So when a transaction or a thread execute transaction T1 using decrement in count, it removes this edge so that T2 also can be executed. So here we can see that T1 and T3 can execute concurrently, while T2 have to wait for T1 to complete. So in literature, it is already proven that OSTM have fewer conflicts than the retired STM, which in turn allow validator to execute more SFTs concurrently. This also reduces the size of the blue graph, leading to a smaller communication host than the retired STM. To achieve further more concurrency, we propose to use multi-version OSTM-based miner, where MBOSTM maintains multiple versions with each shared data item and provide greater concurrency than the single version OSTM, which is coming from the literature. So MBOSTM-based blue graph has fewer edges than the SBOSTM-based blue graph, and further reduce the size of the blue graph, leading to a smaller communication code. Now let's see the results from the explain section. So in Ethereum blockchain, smart contracts are written in Solidity language, which runs on Ethereum virtual machine. But the problem with EVM is that EVM does not support multi-threading, since there is only single-threaded control, and only one instruction is executed at a time in Ethereum virtual machine. So we converted the smart contract from Solidity to C++ language for a multi-threaded execution. We consider four benchmark contracts: coin, wallet, simple option, and from Solidity documentation. Coin is a simple currency contract, which already we have seen. Wallet is an electronic voting contract where voter vote for the proposal. Simple auction is an online auction contract where bidder bid for an item, and at the end of the auction, bidder with highest bid will be the winner. So mixed contract is the combination of our three contracts in equal proportion. We'll see the results for mixed contract in coming slides. We ran our experiment on Intel Xeon CPU with 56 hardware threads and 32 GB RAM. We consider two workloads. In workload one, we vary the smart contract transaction from 50 to 300, and threads and shared data item are fixed to 50 and 500 respectively. In workload 2, smart contract transactions are fixed to 100, and threads vary from 10 to 60. while the shared data item R6 to 500. So let's see the results. In workload 1, these are the results for basically multi-threaded miner where we have BTO and MBTO protocol proposed by the Anjana et al. SUSTM and MVSTM is proposed by us. A static bin approach determining the state sequential and concurrent bin statically before executing smart contract transactions, while speculative bin is Saraf and Hurley's approach. Figure A is for workload 1, figure B is for workload 2. So here y-axis show the speed of our serial miner for both the workloads. So we can observe that with increasing number of SCTs, speed up goes down. This is because conflicts in flow graph increase with increasing number of SCTs. However, our proposed approach is doing better than all other proposed algorithms. In workload 2, since SCTs are fixed, speed up increase with increasing number of states. But after 50 to 60, there is slight decline in the speed up because of fixed number of states in experiment system. So MVSTM and SUSTM achieve 3.91 time and 3.41 times speed of our serial miner. So this speed up by the miner is quite less than the validator. These are the results for SMV. So MVSTM and SUSTM based validator, smart multi-threaded decentralized validator is 48.45 time and 40.35 time speed up our serial validator. So this speed up by my validator is quite high than the miner because of deterministic execution at the validators using flow graph. So figure A is for workload 1, figure B is for workload 2. Y-axis show the speed of our serial validator, y-axis show the speed of bin SMV over serial validator. So speed up by the STM validator is quite high, which is range from 40 to 50, while speed up by the bin-based validator is around 4 to 5 times. This is because STM-based miner determine the conflict very precisely. So speed up by the STM validator is quite high. In workload 2, with increasing number of threads, it increases from 50 to 60, goes slightly down because of number of threads in experiment system. We also have done the experiment for the malicious block, where malicious miner propose a malicious block, and non-SMB, non-smart multi-threaded validator accepted a malicious block. So figure A show for the workload 1, figure B for workload 2. Y-axis show the percentage of validator accepted a malicious block. So here we can observe that static bin based or speculative bin based non-SMB accepting more number of malicious blocks. So here we can see that the percentage of validator, more than 51% of validator accepted a malicious block in bin based approach. However, in STM based approach, it is quite less than 51%, but acceptance of any single malicious block in STM may lead to the serious problem, like blockchain may lead to the inconsistent state. So we propose SMV which straightforwardly rejects such malicious block. Now I will conclude. We develop an efficient framework for concurrent execution of SCTs by a multi-threaded miner using two protocols, SUSTM and NUSTM of optimistic STM. To avoid APR error, the multi-threaded miner captured the dependency among SCTs in the form of flow graph. To handle EMB error, we propose SMV that re-execute SCTs concurrently relying on the block graph provided by the miner and rejects any malicious block proposed by the malicious miner. The proposed approach is achieving significant performance gain over state-of-the-art solution. You can find more details in technical report here. So as a part of future work, like a malicious miner can intentionally append a block graph with more number of edges in the block graph to delay other miners. So preventing such malicious miner is one interesting direction to work on. Block graph size is another important point. So constructing storage optimal block graph is one direction to work on. Implementing our approach for Bitcoin Hyperledger EOSI is another direction to work on. Designing multi-threaded EVM is another direction which we can work on. Another interesting direction is to apply concurrency in the nested execution of SCTs. That's all. This is our team of collaborator. Our contact information is provided here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thanks a lot.